Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a quick 5-minute makeup and then also, kind of get ready with me to go to work. But I did my hair last night. I have a Shark blow dryer, so I did the little curls last night and then I just kind of went to sleep, left them alone, and this is how I woke up with my hair, not too curly, kind of blow dried, really pretty. I'm gonna go get started on washing my face and so forth. All right guys, so I finished washing my face. Like always, I use La Roche-Posay, my foaming cleanser. I just refilled it, it's so full. I'm so happy. The next thing I like to do is just take a cotton ball and take my BHA liquid exfoliant. So I love doing this before I prep my face for makeup, just to make sure that I'm really removing any impurities that might be in the skin that might disrupt the makeup throughout the day. And especially because I have very oily skin, so it's really common that I'll have issues throughout the day, but this just leaves a textureless, beautiful canvas. I don't know how to explain it, but it makes the biggest difference in the world. After that, I take my Peach and Lily Copper Peptides Firming Serum. I'm gonna take, I don't know how to say this brand's name, but I was gifted this for one of my birthdays. I just let that kind of sit in for a minute, and then I put on my moisturizer, and I'll show you guys when I get to the makeup. I have here the Superfood Air Whip Moisture Cream. We're gonna start with our Milk Hydro Grip, and this primer is just epic, honestly. It's my favorite primer ever. I do about 2 pumps of this because, again, my skin will just remove all the makeup after, I don't know. It always comes off because my skin is so oily. You don't need a primer. If you get a really good moisturizer like that one I have underneath, it's great. But I am going to be working and I'm not going to be touching up my makeup. The next thing I do is get started on my brows. I don't do anything super crazy with my brows. But I ran out of my NYX micro pencil, which I really love. And I had this one as a last resort. I don't really love this shade. It's shade 5 in Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit. I don't know if it's a dark brown or what, but we're gonna be using it today, and I'm just gonna be brushing my brows upward just to kind of get not only any dust or anything they might have on them, but this just kind of helps you visualize what you're gonna do to your brows on said day. I am going to take kind of a flat brush like this one. These are some Color Shop ones. I got these at Marshall's, these brushes. And I'm going to take my NARS Creamy Soft Matte Concealer in Madeline. And I'm just going to dip in here and clean under the eyebrows. I really like a clean brow look. Yeah, they look pretty good to me. And I will keep this brush out because when we do foundation, I like to kind of carve the top part with the foundation so everything kind of matches. Now that this portion is done, I'm going to take my Haus Labs Skin Tech foundation, and I'm going to take my bronzing drops from Drunk Elephant. One of my favorite foundation brushes right now is this Airbrush Full Coverage Foundation Brush from IT Cosmetics. This is in number 77. I like this shape because I can get kind of under here and whatnot. So that's why I really like using it. It just looks so nice. But yeah, I'm gonna go in with my Drunk Elephant bronzing drops, and this is as much as I'm going to use, and then I'm gonna do foundation. Oops, I know I opened this the complete wrong way. Okay, So yeah, I'm going to take it in the back of my hand and I'm just going to do a full pump. Just like that. And this, I am going to kind of like get it on the brush like this. And this just kind of works for me. I love doing this to my foundations. Because before applying it on the skin, you're not just going in and hoping for the best. Sometimes what will happen is that you'll just get like all the streakiness versus the foundation brush has had time to kind of melt the product in. The next thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to take whatever product is on the back of my hand, just very little bit. I've taken most of it already. But what I'm going to do here is like lightly brush this on the top of my brows. I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Radiant. And this one is in the shade 22N. And let me look for my concealer brush right here. This one is the Rare Beauty concealer brush. I don't know what number, if it has a number, but I think it's the only concealer brush she has right now, maybe. But yeah, I'm going to take a powder brush, and one of my favorite powders right now is my Laura Mercier one, but I am going to try this LYS Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder. I'm so curious. I've heard so many good things about this, and the reviews on this are just phenomenal. It's really pretty, actually. Ooh, it's gorgeous. It has like a triangular shape, which obviously we knew that, but it has a little magnet right here, so when you close it, it just locks in. You usually never see the magnet, and the mirror is so cute. It's really tiny. But yeah, we're gonna try this out and just see how it works. I'm also gonna use this beauty blender. It's the same beauty blender I used yesterday for my concealer, but I want something dry with not too much product to help with the creasing under my eyes really quick. So I'm just gonna press this in, and then I'm gonna take this powder and just test it out. It feels really, oh wow, it feels really nice. And this is the, this is the e.l.f. bronzer palette. I always use this, have always loved this. It just gives you the best of both worlds. So you have 2 shimmer shades and 2 matte shades. And if you just want to use one matte shade, then you can definitely do that. I know that this one is fully matte. This one has the slightest bit of shimmer in it, but it's not noticeable. So I just call it a matte shade because you can't tell. And what I'm just going to do here is quickly run some bronzer on my skin. Then I'm going to go in this with this ColourPop pressed powder blush in the shade Swirled. And this is one of their older blushes, but I never got to fully use it. But it is so pretty. And for today, I'm going to do like a straight blush. So I'm not going to go upward. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go in with my Slick Daybrow from, not NYX, from Urban Decay. This is one of the only ones that kind of helps my brows. Usually I push them up, but because it's just for work, all I'm going to do is, I am pushing them up technically, but I'm keeping them kind of uniform and in a little line, just kind of going that way. I'm just trying to keep them in place. I'm going to go back into that bronzer, and I'm going to go in with my blending crease brush. It's the 158, and all I'm going to do is use that in my crease, and I'm not really going to bring anything down or up. I'm just going to flip back and forth. Really, this is super simple. I'm not trying to do anything special. To keep it really simple, I'm going to go in with my Better Than Sex mascara, but this is the brown one. And something I've noticed with this mascara, maybe it's because it's brown that you can't really tell, but because of it being brown mascara, you don't get that like transfer of mascara, and then it doesn't like look like it's like all the way down here. I mean, I'm pretty sure it does transfer, but it's not noticeable. I don't know how to explain it, but I've never really noticed a really bad transfer with this. And that's surprising because I'll be honest with you guys, I don't really like the Better Than Sex mascara, and I wanted to give this one a try because when I saw that it came out, if I'm being honest with you, the packaging is beautiful and it really intrigued me. And when I tested it out, I was like, this is definitely not like the first one. It's still very chunky for sure. And it's a thick mascara, which I typically like more of a water-based one. But it looks really nice. It looks really, really nice. And I think they did such a great job with this mascara and the price point too. So I'm going to take my NARS. I don't know what these are called actually, because this is so little. I'd have to really focus. Hold on. This is the Afterglow lip balm in the shade Laguna. Wow, that was really hard. Like those are letters right there, and they're really hard to see. But this is in the shade Laguna. It's the Afterglow lip balm. These are so soft. They're very natural. And so far the Laguna one is my favorite one. I did test out one of the other ones and I really can't remember what it was called. It was like, oh my god, I really can't remember what it was called. But this Laguna one is super pretty, and I actually have this bronzer. Gorgeous. But anyways, let's take all this stuff out of my hair and officially see what's happening under here. This is my makeup. I'm gonna go put on my outfit, walk my dogs because they probably have to use the bathroom after eating, and then I'm gonna head to work.